All the things we do, things we say, we've been playing on your mind all day like a video
Time to
game.
make a decision.
And I like it that way. Thinking out of the box, yeah, that bubble about to pop, yeah, it's never the same. And I like it that way.
How do you get like this?
It feels that way, for sure.
I like it, I like it.
Wait, we have to
I
make
like it that way. Yeah, I like it, I like it. I like it that way.
Hello, please welcome to the stage Future Film Festival programmer Alex Dimitrievich.
Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the BFI Southbank and to those of you joining us online for the BFI Future Film Festival 2025 award ceremony supported by Netflix. These awards are a crucial moment in our annual festival schedule, and I'm so excited to be here tonight and celebrate the work of this year's nominated filmmakers. But before we begin, I wanted to reflect on this year's festival, our 18th edition. So for nearly 2 decades, the BFI Future Film Festival has been a launchpad for young screen creatives. It's not just an annual event, but it is a crucial platform, one that has supported emerging talent, built networks, and provided career-shaping opportunities for thousands of filmmakers. It is a place where industry doors have been opened, where crucial collaborations have been formed, and where lifelong careers have been set in motion. And the festival has grown quite significantly over the past 18 years, and we're now the UK's largest festival for young screen creatives, which we're incredibly proud of. Alongside our in-venue and online programs, we have also expanded UK-wide. So for the second year running, we are delivering screenings and events in cinemas across the country. And this has ensured that young people, regardless of where they live in the UK, have a chance to engage with the industry, to connect with local creatives, and to see that opportunities exist beyond the capital. And for our nominated filmmakers, this has meant that their work is shared with wider audiences all across the country. Over the last 4 days, we have delivered 30 industry events, 6 networking events, 4 screenings, and 1 marketplace trade show on the first day of the festival. And alongside this, we have also provided one-to-one portfolio and script surgeries, expert legal, financial, and insurance advice sessions for short films, and also 1 mock job interview workshop. So practical, real-world support that makes a tangible difference to young creatives who are trying to find their way into an industry that often feels impossible to break into. And there are still 11 days to go, and many more events to come. This year, we have once again expanded our programming remit beyond film to encompass broader screen industries. So from teaching about writing a TV series and working in the writer's room, to teaching about how to craft bisexual narratives for film and television, to focusing on the role of the unscripted producer in television, to breaking into the world of video games, to immersive storytelling through VR. This festival has consistently responded to the needs of young creatives and the evolving needs of the screen industries. Once again this year, our BFI Film Academy young programmers have had a crucial role to play in shaping the films program. But alongside this, they also curated 6 events, both online and in person, and hosted a number of other events, including our daily Speed Social networking events, our Future Film Festival focus reports from BFI Southbank on Instagram, the Q&A for Satu, Year of the Rabbit, which opened the festival at the BFI IMAX, the movie quiz that took place just before this award ceremony that I think quite a few of you took part in, and they're also leading on a TikTok competition, which you will hear about in a little bit. But yes, every year, the BFI Future Film Festival or the BFI Film Academy young programmers are instrumental to delivering this festival. So please, can you join me in giving a big round of applause to this year's cohort? So, as I said, the BFI Future Film Festival has been a launchpad for young screen creatives with countless careers beginning here, from filmmaking to programming. And the testimonies of our filmmakers, of our audiences, of our speakers, and our partners speak from themselves. We have heard from filmmakers who, despite having practically any budget or resources, managed to transform their careers because their work was screened at the BFI Southbank. We have seen young people leave sessions feeling more confident about their future paths, armed with practical knowledge and newfound inspiration. We have watched young people find their mentors, find their collaborators, and find their next steps, all because this festival exists. And so this is a good opportunity for me to say thank you to all of our sponsors, all of our supporters, all of our cultural partners, and all the industry experts that took part in this year's festival. Thank you so much for supporting the BFI Future Film Festival and also for supporting the next generation of screen creatives. First off, a huge thank you to Netflix, our main sponsor of the festival and supporter of this year's award ceremony and the award ceremony drinks for the 5th year running. Also, a big thank you to Warner Brothers Discovery HQ, who are supporting the festival for the 3rd year running, and who this year join us as one of the main sponsors of the festival. I'm also happy to welcome Sony as a new partner for the festival, and this year they're supporting 2 categories, Best Director and Best New Talent. And of course, we are incredibly grateful for our wonderful supporters who keep returning every year. Action Extreme, Black Dog Films, Blink Inc., the London School Trust, Triple Exposure, the Ugla Family Foundation, our in-kind partner, Dawson Soda, and also Chapman Charitable Trust, who are back for their 17th year of the partnership with this festival. So without your continued support and involvement, this festival wouldn't have grown into what it is today. So thank you so much. Yeah. And also, our UK-wide program was made possible through the National Lottery funding, for which we are extremely grateful. This festival is a result of passion, hard work, and dedication of so many people. To the incredible BFI Future Film Festival team, and to many of our colleagues across the BFI who have worked tirelessly over the past few months, but also over the past 18 years, thank you. Your efforts have made this festival what it is, and it could not have happened without you. And of course, a huge thank you to our volunteers who have been the heart of the festival here at the BFI Southbank and who have created such a warm and welcoming atmosphere for our audiences over the past 4 days. Can we please have a big round of applause for them as well? The BFI Future Film Festival has always been about creating a future, one where young talent is supported, celebrated, and given the tools to thrive. The stories that begin here matter, and ensuring that young screen creatives have a place to showcase their talent, to build a community, to connect with the industry, and to take their first steps toward their lifelong careers. This matters. Thank you so much to everyone who has supported the BFI Future Film Festival over the past 18 years. And now, I'm sure that you're all eager to hear the winners of tonight's awards. So please join me in welcoming to the stage your host for this evening, Elle Osley-Wood.
Well, hello, and a huge thank you to Alex and, of course, all of the wider festival team. They've put on an incredible event, as they always do. So, as you know, as you were saying, there's so many people involved, volunteers, the BFI team. This is such a wonderful event. It truly is where careers begin. The stories that have come from this place, from this event, are unbelievable. So make the most of it. There's still, a lot of it left. So I am absolutely thrilled to be here again to host the 18th annual Future Film Festival Awards ceremony supported by Netflix. Tonight, we will be announcing the winning filmmakers across 10 categories, giving out over £15,000 in cash prizes, mentoring support, and BFI player subscriptions. I tried to wangle myself one. They would not give me one, so those are great prizes. Make the most of them. But what makes these awards really special is that they recognise, celebrate, and reward the talented young creatives who have submitted films to this festival. frighteningly talented, I would say. If you have watched the films, they are absolutely outstanding. The festival received over 1,137 eligible submissions of short films made by people aged 16 to 25 from 62 countries across the world. The BFI worked with a panel of 10 Film Academy young programmers to whittle down the submissions to just 54. This year's selection of short films hit the big screen here at BFI Southbank and in cinemas across the UK. Additionally, the films are still available to watch for free worldwide on the BFI's YouTube channel until the 6th of March. And tonight's winning films will also be available to watch on the BFI Player too. This year, we had a wonderful jury that chose the award winners for 3 categories: Best Film, Best Director, and Best New Talent. The jury was comprised of Baf Atoko, an artist and filmmaker whose credits include producer of Queen of Glory, which premiered at the 2021 Tribeca Festival, and director of Collateral Echoes, a virtual reality artwork which blurs the boundaries between expanded cinema and immersive technology. Daisy May Hudson, director of the BFI-backed feature Lollipop, and the documentary Holloway, which won the Audience Award Best Documentary at the BFI London Film Festival 2024. Interdisciplinary filmmaker Eloise King, whose film The Shadow Scholars premiered at the BFI London Film Festival 2024 and was honoured with a special mention in the Best Documentary Film competition. And Pinny Grills, director, editor and ethnographer, who won South by Southwest Best Feature Doc for her film Grand Theft Hamlet, which she co-directed with Sam Crane. We are absolutely thrilled to have all of our jury members here with us today to present the Best Director, Best Film and Best New Talent Awards. So, this is why you're here. Let's get going. Now, our first award, Best Animation, is awarded to the film that best showcases the various elements of animation filmmaking, including concepts, design, originality, and creativity in storytelling. The winner will receive a £1,500 cash prize, mentoring support from Blink Inc., and subscriptions to BFI Player. In addition to supporting this category, Blink Inc. also delivered 2 fantastic events during the festival. The first was a session on development secrets, offering insights into giving and receiving feedback and navigating the journey from development to securing funding. The second event explored how starting as a runner can lead to a successful career in the screen industries, featuring panelists who all began their careers in that role. They also hosted one-to-one portfolio surgeries on the festival's opening day, offering feedback and practical advice on refining your portfolio to stand out from the crowd. So, to present our award for Best Animation, please welcome to the stage, and please prepare yourself because you've got quite the bio, winner of the Best Animation Award last year, as well as the Best Documentary Award in 2023, and both the Best Animation and Best International Film in 2021. He's also a director's assistant at Blink Inc. So please welcome Hridaya Jegatheva.
Hi everyone, it's so great to be here. I've previously been accepting this award virtually, so it's amazing to finally attend in person. I actually moved here from down under just a few months ago because I heard that London was in dire need of more Australians. But truly, this festival is the reason why I was able to move here. I had been submitting to the Future Film Festival for the past few years, and I was tremendously lucky to receive the mentorship that comes with this Best Animation Award, which resulted in me landing a job at Blink Inc., which I'm really loving. So to everyone who's been involved in this festival over the years, thank you so, so much. It's been so incredibly supportive of my of the Best Animation Award this year will receive the same mentorship that I received with Blink Inc. As you can tell, it's been so insanely valuable for me, and so I'm very excited to reveal the next recipient. And the nominees for Best Animation are ESC, directed by Pamela Samoas Gomez and Olivia Timms. Red Thumb, directed by Kolya Kaczynski and Geneva Huffman. Singularity, directed by Connor Mullen. Speak No Evil, directed by Chen Ma. Unrecognized Character Detected, directed by Song Ye. Let's take a look at a clip from each of the nominees. And the winner of the Best Animation Award is Unrecognized Character Detected, directed by Song Ye. We love this film, it's a stunning piece of work, and we greatly enjoyed the unique and impressive stylistic approach and the inventive incorporation of quality 2D elements and physical set elements to support the well-rounded narrative. Unfortunately, Song Ye was not able to join us here today, but has sent us this video, and I know it can feel strange to record a speech without the energy of a live audience, but she's done such a wonderful job, and let's give her a warm round of applause.
Thank you so much to the BFI Future Film Festival and the jury for this incredible honor. Unrecognized Character Detected is my graduation project, born out of my passion for handicrafts and the desire to blend real-world textures with 2D animation. What began as a simple idea evolved into an exploration of contrast between sci-fi narratives and handmade details. Almost every element of this film was created by me, involving countless hours of work, long trips to my equipment, and moments of self-doubt. I'm deeply grateful to Hu Yao for the voiceover and musical contributions, to my mentor for invaluable guidance, and my family and loved ones for their endless support. I also found great inspiration in the brilliant works of Stanisław Lem. Hope this film brings a smile to your face. Thank you.
Now, next up, we have the Best Documentary Award, awarded to the short that demonstrates a well-structured and thoughtful non-fiction narrative. The winner of this prize will receive a £1,500 cash prize, mentoring support from Netflix, and BFI Player subscriptions. Netflix are also kindly supporting this ceremony and, possibly even more importantly, the post-award drinks. So, to present the award for Best Documentary, please welcome to the stage Reva Sharma, Manager, Original Documentary Programming at Netflix.
Hi everyone, thank you for having me and thank you so much. It's the second time I've been here, but it's so good to see Radea here, who won a couple of years ago. And so just like an amazing example of the trajectory and the importance that this festival has and can be completely life-changing. And from a Netflix perspective, new talent is really at the heart of what we do, and like spotting and nurturing new talent who are like going to be tomorrow's future and have the 50 million viewership on Netflix. All of you guys are sitting in this room and other people that we're kind of like desperate to work with. So it's a massive honor for us to be here. So the drinks are worth it. So I'll just get on to the nominees. I will say it was a really exceptional group of films this year, a real like diverse mediums were used in them, and kind of the subject matters, really powerful, really commenting on like wider themes, but also really with emotional heart. So it was a really difficult decision. But let's have a look at the nominees for the Best Documentary. So, first up, we have How the World is Going to End, directed by Vladislav Motoreshev. If This Were Purgatory, directed by Honey Birch. Partition, directed by Matthew Tan. Their Accounts, directed by Hannah Hunter. And Your Voice Only, directed by Rana Matta. Let's take a look at the nominees.
Hopefully it's a happy ending.
Where there is death, there is life. Where there is an end, there's a new beginning.
How do I think the world is going to end? Catastrophically.
Is cute colored by edging?
Yeah. So close. So close.
Like the closer you get,
Yeah.
you're like, oh.
Also, don't have a filter.
Doesn't anyone have a filter?
That's making sense. Yeah, the one in my bag.
Gone by and such, and like this place is steeped in it. It's overflowing. That's why I've wanted to read more about around here, so that I can then, when I'm in the pub, bring up. I think the good thing about being a youngster around here is being able to dip into these wealths of knowledge, like when you can.
This is really exciting now. So the winner for the Best Documentary Award is Your Voice Only, directed by Rana Matta. And before we hear from Rana, who couldn't be with us today, so she's done an amazing video for us, I just want to say, first of all, it was so difficult for us to pick someone because all of these were such exceptional quality and had so much to offer. But what Rana did was, in a short, she was able to really kind of capture a really bigger systemic kind of issue in a really personal narrative with a really good character arc in a short that was really beautifully filmed, with really intimate access, and you really got to know the character in such a short space of time, which is a really difficult thing to do. So, like, hats off. So, really good film. So please do watch all the films, though. So let's hear from Rana.
Hi BFI Future Film Festival, it's such a huge honor to be here tonight. I'd like to thank Netflix for believing in me and for giving me the best documentary film. It's a very emotional moment for me because it means that our films as Arab women are being seen and heard globally. And this is my purpose as a filmmaker, to make films that people can connect with through our Arab culture. I'd like to thank Ibrahim, the lead character of Your Voice Only, for trusting me to say his story through my lens. I'd like to thank my film school, BFI University, for giving me the education I needed to go out there in the industry. I'd like to thank Ms. Mahasin Al-Hashadi, who taught me everything I've learned about film and helped me make this film. Of course, I'd like to thank my parents for supporting me throughout the way, and I'd like to thank my sound recordists, who were also women in film, 3 amazing women, Kinaz Al-Yamani, Yam Fida, and Lina Matar, for helping me make this film. Thank you again. BFI and Netflix, it's such a huge honor to be here tonight.
And I'll just echo Reva's comments. This is a truly remarkable piece of work. It's at once tender and unsentimental, and it's absolutely fantastic. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it, please. Now, next up is the award for Best Experimental Film, for the short that most effectively pushes the medium of film in new and unexpected ways. The winning filmmaker will receive a £1,500 cash prize, mentoring support from Black Dog Films, and BFI Player subscriptions. In addition to supporting this category, Black Dog Films also delivered a brilliant session on Friday. exploring the art of turning emotions into powerful visual stories across mediums with illustrator and animator Alice Bloomfield, who won the inaugural Black Dog Films and BFI Future Film Festival Award for Best Experimental Film. To present the award for Best Experimental Film, please welcome Talent Coordinator at Black Dog Films, Olivia Wyman.
Hey everyone. It's been a huge pleasure to support the Future Film Festival over the past 7 years. For us, it couldn't be a more important time to be holding space for young directors who are really pushing the boundaries of what can be possible in film. We'd like to thank all of the nominees for their contributions. And so, the nominees for the Best Experimental Film Award are As Peckham As, directed by Tom Blackman, I'm Your Baby, directed by Fanula McCormack, Morphs, directed by Konstantinos Doxiadis, Rebirth, directed by Joel Claudio, and Highlands, directed by Oscar Chu. Let's take a look at a clip from each of these nominees. And the winner of the Best Experimental Film Award is Rebirth by Joel Claudio. Huge congratulations to Joel and his collective production company for this well-deserved win. His film reflects on community, Black British identity and hope. We'd like to welcome Joel Claudio and his production team to the stage. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Black Dog. Thank you, Liv. First thing I want to say, thank you, God. Thank you to my boys, Joel, who also directed this with me and wrote this as well. Thank you to Amos and Camilla, who are our producers. Can we clap for our producers? Because they're really important. Rebirth was, we gambled a trip to Rome for 15 quid to see the Sistine Chapel and see all these amazing paintings. And our second AD, Zach, asked us what was our Renaissance. And 2011 London riots was our Renaissance, you know, and what impact it had for us. And thank you to my mum, because she got me onto film. Thank you to my girlfriend for keeping me humble. Yeah, we don't all look the same, you get what I mean? That's something that I just want people to take all the time, and I'll just switch off the mic, but Osman there.
Yeah, no, this film was a metaphor, and I think the message that we want to send to anyone watching is whatever you put your mind to, you can do, and that's our ethos. Our ethos at Usman Dare is to open doors to our younger selves, and thank you, BFI, for opening the doors for us. But yeah, thank you.
I'm kind of still processing it, but yeah, thank you for everyone who enjoyed the film. Thank you again to BFI Future Film Festival, and have a good evening.
An enormously impactful piece, really fantastic work. Now, a quick reminder, as we've seen from some of our winners tonight, you do not have to be in this room to join in today. So if you are watching at home, if you are on our live stream, do remember that you can join in with the chat, because of course, as we've talked about, so much of what makes this event special is the connections that you make here. So please do reach out in the chat, introduce yourself, have conversations. You never know where they might lead to. But on to our next film, which is, of course, Best Micro Short. Now, this is given to the best film under 3 minutes in length. Brady Corbet could never. Now, the winning filmmaker will receive a £1,500 cash prize and BFI Player subscriptions. This category was judged by the BFI Film Academy Young Programmers. So, to present our award for Best Micro Short, please join me in welcoming BFI Film Academy Young Programmer Ocean Andrew to the stage.
Hi everyone. I'm so honoured to be hosting the award for the Best Micro Short. I'm one of 10 BFI Film Academy Young Programmers that had the privilege of watching all of the micro shorts that were submitted to this festival and shortlisting them and picking the winner. We thoroughly enjoyed watching over 1,000 submissions to the festival on the whole, so we've been, our summer was pretty packed. And then congratulations to the 54 films, of course, that were actually admitted to the festival. That really is, that's no mean feat, that's really impressive. Now, one of the fun tasks as being a young programmer for the BFI Film Academy is to pick the best micro short, as we now know. And with so many wonderful nominees, it was such a difficult decision. And the nominees for the best micro short are Endlessly Hungry, directed by Prithvi Mundani, Over There, directed by Shu-Chi Lee, The Dogs, directed by George Moore Chadwick, The Golden Postbox, directed by Julia Mervis, and The Journey Home, directed by Noah Leigh Underwood. Now, let's take a look at a clip from each of the nominees.
If I want to eat a hot dog, I'd need approximately 2.4 megabytes of memory to store the experience of eating a hot dog. Or my neighbor, for example. They spent 736 gigabytes to give birth to a newborn.
Brilliant. Put Sheffield on the map.
I just think looks like a trophy. Medals, trophies, yeah.
It's more or less royalty.
A really impressive selection of micro shorts, and the decision was really difficult. But without further ado, I'm going to announce the winner of the best micro short, and the winner is Over There, directed by Shu-Chi Lee. Congratulations. Congratulations, Shu-Chi, that's really amazing. Over There stood out to us as we felt it best represented our generation and the wider BFI Future Film audience. With many of this year's submissions responding to the advancement of technology, it was really refreshing for us to see something different. So congratulations to all the nominees, and of course to you, Shu-Chi. There you go.
Thank you.
First of all, I would like to say thank you, BFI, to give me this incredible opportunity to share my film over there. Over there is my first film, and receiving this recognition to is a huge it's huge encouragement for me to continue creating. And 3 years ago, I was working in a fashion week as a fashion designer, and I could never have imagined that I would be standing on the film festival stage today. And I want to extend my deepest thanks to my voice actor Erica and my composer E.T. and my sound mixer Joe. This film would not have been possible without their talent and support. I am also incredibly grateful to all my tutors at RCA and as well as my friends and family for their guidance and encouragement. Over there explores what it means to be human in an area of rapidly advancing AI and technology. I hope my audience can connect with the emotion in the film, with those feeling that words cannot fully express. That to me is the power of filmmaking. Thank you.
Now, I know our audience, both in the room and those of you watching from home, are watching from all around the world, which is very fitting, given our next award, which is the Best International Film, and our second award, International Special Mention, with cash prizes of £1,500 for Best International Film and £1,000 for Special Mention. These awards are supported by the London School Trust, who, for the third year in a row, also supported an event at the festival. This year's event explored the representation of bisexuality in film and TV, from breaking stereotypes to crafting authentic, fluid characters and stories. So, to present the two international awards, please welcome from the London School Trust, Head of Modern Language, Giacomo Fabrini. I had to get that R right.
Thank you, Elle, and thank you, BFI and Netflix, for having me here. It's a great honor to present the two prizes for international films. This is the 11th year that the London School Trust and the London School of English has sponsored this award. And we are delighted to see how much the international side of the festival continues to grow. As usual, the standard of entries was exceptional, as everyone already said. But let's have a look to the nominees for the Best International Films Award. There are a lot, so give me time. There's a lot of names that I have to read, and they're not easy. Okay, so sorry if I destroyed your name. Okay, A Natural Sadist, directed by Sobe Kim. Almost Intangible, directed by Taraneh Esmailian. Check Please, directed by Shen Chung. Chucks, directed by Anum Etesham and Rafai Rockinson. Evan's Death, directed by Daniel Sherwood. Last Night, directed by Oliver Zell. Morphs, directed by Konstantinos Doxiadis. My Eyes, directed by Magnus Ipburn. Period Party, directed by Georgia Brogan. Red Lace, directed by Andrea Dame and Paula Trejo Espada. The Fifth Step, directed by Alexandru Oita. Your Voice Only, directed by Rana Well Matar. Done. Okay, so let's take a look at a clip from each of the nominees.
Try harder. Focus.
You had so much love.
And do you ghost them all at the end?
No, I do not.
Really?
Yes.
It's practically a courtesy now, isn't it?
Oh, you think?
It feels that way, for sure.
What about you?
Beatrice, my vagina is melting.
Yeah, sure.
Listen, this is your party. You should really be helping me with the vagina.
Just call it a cake.
Well, it's a sloppy mess now. I iced it too early.
Rewatching them all, I just really wanted to give the prize to everyone, but I can't. So the winner of the International Special Mention is Check Please, directed by Shan Chang. This film scores at many levels. It's funny, but it also has some surprisingly sharp things to say about national identity and belonging. You're just hanging out in a tiny restaurant booth until, out of nowhere, it flips into a full action mode with a kung fu style sequence so well choreographed and skillfully executed, you might start checking the menu for nunchucks instead of appetizers. Shan Chang brings an impressive level of professionalism to the whole wild ride. Congratulations.
Thank you. Wow, suddenly I'm very aware of how dehydrated I am. I wish I drank water. First of all, thank you so much to our hosts and BFI Future Fest for supporting me and getting this film all the way out here. Check Please wrapped production almost exactly 1 year ago today, and at the time, you know, we were just like a bunch of scrappy 30 like college kids making a film, and we had no idea that it could get. I would never have imagined that it could have gone this far. You know, hopping across the pond and getting kind of hitting that universal specificity that everyone can kind of resonate with, kind of being severed from your roots and finding out where you belong in the world. I think that theme, resonates, and I'm really glad it has. I would like to thank my producer who is here with me, Nick. Please can we get a round of applause for him? And I would also like to thank a bunch of key players who, without this film, would still just be a piece of words on a piece of paper. Too often, film is flattened into a director's medium, and I just want to shout out my fight choreographer, Grace Wagner, who without none of this would be possible. My DP, Tristan, my sound designer, Tanya, colorist, Xanthi Brown, and editor, Maddie. I hope you all are watching, ? And thank you to everyone who has supported me along my journey. This is an incredible incredible honor. I thank you so much. See you at the drinks later. Yeah.
Me again. Okay. And the winner of the Best International Film Award is Red Lace, directed by Andrea Dame and Paola Trejo Espada. If you doubt that you could make a horror film about eating a cake, this one will have you rethinking every dessert decision you ever made. Andrea Dame and Paola Trejo Espada crank up the tension to almost unbearable levels, keeping you glued to the screen, both fascinated and slightly afraid of your sweet tooth. It's unsettling, unexpected, and absolutely brilliant. Please come on the stage. Congratulations.
Hi. We are so glad to be here. Thank you for this award. And we want to do a special mention to our head departments. Our DOPs, Andrea and Inés, our editor, Oscar Giral, our art director, Danae, our director of production, Candela, and also our colorist, Manu, and Sara Josa doing the sound design.
And thank you so much to the festival for this opportunity and to the sponsors also. We are so glad to be here, and it's so important to us, to the festival, for opening this space for these important subjects, and also our short film that is in Catalan, and Catalan is an endangered language in our country, so this is so important to us. Thank you.
I have to describe Red Lace as like a spectacular ASMR nightmare. If you have not seen it, please watch it. It is a masterpiece of atmosphere, really fantastic. Now, we will next be awarding our Best Writer at this year's Future Film Festival. The Best Writer Prize is awarded to a short with exceptional screenplay, which tells a gripping story with a clear focus and structure, featuring relatable characters and interesting and realistic dialogue. The winner of this prize will receive a £1,500 cash prize, mentoring from Action Extreme, and BFI Player subscriptions. Now, in their third year of partnership with the festival, Action Extreme not only presented this award, but also curated an insightful talk yesterday on sourcing budget-friendly locations. The session covered key considerations such as recce's, logistics, safety, and building partnerships with location owners. Additionally, they hosted a private pitching session exclusively for this year's shortlisted filmmakers. To present the award for Best Writer, please join me in welcoming the CEO of Action Extreme, Chi Kyung Chung, and producer Noel Goodwin.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a real pleasure to be here today. For me, personally, it feels like a real homecoming because between 2008 and 2019, I actually ran this festival. So it's really amazing to be back, but doing this instead. Back then, when I did run it, we showed Action Extreme's first feature film as part of one of the programs. So again, Action Extreme have been involved for a really long time. It is, as has already been said, an incredibly important festival, and these awards showcase just the tip of the iceberg, really, in terms of the amount of talented young filmmakers that are out there in the UK and worldwide.
Yes, and we'd like to thank Alex, Ruben, Jen, Karis, and everyone at the BFI who run this incredible festival and for the opportunity to be involved. It's a real honour for us to be a small part of this festival and sponsor this award. Action Extreme is the first major dedicated action studio in the UK, and we have a remit to support and develop new filmmaking talent. As well as supporting the BFI Future Film Festival, we run events and opportunities for filmmakers to learn more about action filmmaking and develop their careers.
We've recently launched a new Women in Film Women in Action mentoring program, and applications are now open for Falmouth University's MA in Feature Filmmaking, which is delivered in partnership with Action Extreme and provides students with the opportunity to make a feature film, a commercially viable action feature film, in a year. So if you want to know a bit more about that, have a look at Falmouth University and Action Extreme's website and social media handles.
In the meantime, we've been blown away by the talent we've seen here tonight, and in particular by the nominees for Best Writer, which we're proud to be able to support. So without further ado, the nominees for Best Writer are...
Almost Intangible, written by Reza Bastani and Tirana Asmalian.
Everything Looks Simple from a Distance, written by Connor Toner.
Heavy, written by Eve Grant.
Hot Young Geek Seeks Blood-Sucking Freak, written by Heath Virgo.
And TFH, written by Fraser Scott. So let's have a look at a clip from each of the films.
یعنی از رو متن نخونم؟
نه دیگه، بداهه انجام بدین.
باش. باید از این خونه بریم.
من چیکار کنم؟ منم از رو متن نخونم؟
شما هم نه، شما متن رو بذارین کنار، هر چیزی که به ذهنتون میرسه رو بداهه انجام بدید.
Think of the political message. Think of the spiritual significance. Think of the prestige that comes with financing what could be the greatest flight of all time. A society divided by religion, united by science.
These ones provide both a great feeling of comfort and protection, and are also super absorbent and are specially designed to eradicate any odours which cause... Dad? Dad, where are you going, Dad?
Aliens, Darren. Well, what else would it be?
I don't know. I thought it was like an aeroplane or something.
An aeroplane, Darren. A fucking aeroplane. I almost went blind. It wasn't an aeroplane. It was a flying fucking saucer full of wee beasties, and we're all getting abducted.
Okay, and the winner of the Best Writer Award is Heavy, written by Eve Grant. Congratulations to Eve. We love this film for the authenticity of the storytelling, its deft handling of the subject matter, and the humour and grace with which this film was written.
I'm very excited to be able to support you with this cash prize, and we're looking forward to working with you in a mentoring capacity over the next year. So please accept our congratulations, and well done again from Action Extreme.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much to everybody at the BFI Future Film Festival. This is really surprising and really overwhelming. From the aisles of Tesco and Linwood to the BFI Southbank, this feels pretty huge. Just want to say thank you to the BFI Southbank for first of all giving us this opportunity to see our wee film that we made a couple of years ago just outside of Glasgow in the BFI Southbank is like the dream and a privilege of a lifetime. I share this with my amazing producer Joel, who couldn't be here today, but trusted a 20-something-year-old who'd never written or directed anything and gave it a shot. Thank you very much. To our cast, Holly and Steve, couldn't have made this without you. To all of our Indiegogo backers, to our amazing crew, to the people at Tesco for letting us stick our DP in a trolley and taking her around a shop. Like, thank you very much for that. And yeah, this was a film about menstruation, but we wanted it to be about communication and an open dialogue and having those uncomfortable conversations. We hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for having us.
How annoying. Never directed or written before. How utterly irritating. It's so good. Now, the Best Director Prize is our next award, and it is given to the film demonstrating the best overall direction. This award was chosen by our jury members, and our winner will receive a prize of £1,500, mentoring from Sony, and BFI Player subscriptions. This year, Sony is supporting this award for the first time, and we are delighted to have them on board. They also delivered an inspiring masterclass yesterday for aspiring filmmakers, exploring the power of visual storytelling and offering insights on enhancing your craft using Sony cameras. Now, please welcome to the stage jury members Daisy May Hudson and Eloise King.
When we were invited to be part of the panel, I was absolutely delighted. I've got a long history with BFI Future Film Fest, having done the keynote way back when in 2018. And since then, I've just been blown away year on year, seeing new voices come into the industry, and this year is no different. We were absolutely astounded just at the sheer amount of talent, vigour for telling stories that went into, humour, depth, and also just being able to give an opportunity to share this window into new worlds with new audiences.
Yeah, it was incredibly inspiring. There's so much to be said about the world right now, and we hope you continue to take all that passion, all that love and all that heart and continue to tell stories that really, really matter, and also bring joy. And so the nominees for Best Director are Check Please, directed by Shane Chung.
Last Night in IRL, directed by Ola Adedeji.
Morphs, directed by Konstantinos Doxidados.
We're Not in Essex Anymore, directed by Greg Talbot. And let's take a look at the clips from each of the nominees.
Who's getting drinks then?
I can't, I don't have my ID.
It's fine, you look 21 anyway, and he knows us.
Looks about 12. Hey, my boobs have been getting bigger this week. You on your period? Yeah?
Yeah, all the films were incredibly beautiful and brilliant. The Best Director Award goes to a filmmaker who has truly crafted a cinematic and ambitious piece. We've really, really loved it. Balancing sharp humour with a nuanced exploration of the immigrant experience, with striking visual language, impeccable choreography, and a confident command of genre, this film subverts expectations while remaining universally resonant.
Yeah, and what we loved is that it took a really simple concept and elevated it into something that was bold, slick, and undeniably clever. A brilliant example of how to make the most of the short film form. And so the winner is, for Best Director,
Check please.
Directed
by Shane Chung.
Congratulations.
Wow, you guys are gonna make me give another speech. First of all, thank you to everyone at the BFI Fest who made this possible, and the jury, thank you so much for this award. It means so much. And everyone who worked on it. I would like to rectify my previous speech. I forgot to thank my other co-producer, Anna, and my advisor, Spencer Parsons, who really helped me push this film as far as possible. I think if you are a storyteller, you should keep making stories. I think the world needs stories more than ever. I I'm shocked by the amount of stories that I read from like the 17th and the 18th century that like move me to tears. And I think that kind of enduring power is so powerful and connects us all as human beings. I think if you are a director, you should not dilute your vision for anybody. If you are, especially in a uni program, before you go out into the real world, you should make your thesis film as crazy and indulgent as possible, because that's what, I think that's what makes your film memorable and stand out what's the right word? Stand out against everyone else. And I think you should believe in yourself, believe in your vision. Thank you so much again. This is surreal. This is crazy. Thank you so much.
A well-deserved win. Now I'm going to quickly check in with our online audience again. I know what it's like when you're in a really long Zoom meeting, so I'm just checking you're not on your phones. Tune in. We've still got good films to come, so make sure you're paying attention. All right, back in the room. Our next award is Best Film. This is awarded to a film which demonstrates exceptional standards of, again, prepare yourself, originality, creativity, direction, script, cinematography, performance, editing, and sound. So not much. The winner of this award will receive a cash prize of £1,500, a mentoring package with Ugla Family Foundation, and BFI Player subscriptions. You may have noticed that many of our award winners today, but still not me, received subscriptions to BFI Player. Now, this is part of their prize thanks to the Ugla Family Foundation and their partnership with the BFI in support of BFI Player. As part of this partnership, we are so pleased to be able to offer 5 subscriptions to our lucky winning filmmaking teams. Now, to present the Best Film Award, I'm excited to welcome to the stage jury member Baf Akoto.
Hello. Best film. Big responsibility. We were really lucky to have an incredible selection of different kinds of filmmakers, actually. And I think we're really blessed to really understand that the next generation of cinema makers is thriving. The nominees for Best Film are A Natural Sadist, directed by Sobe Kim. Everything Looks Simple from a Distance, directed by Connor Toner. Red Lace, directed by Andrea Adame, Paula Trejo Espada. We're Not in Essex Anymore, directed by Greg Talbot. Let's have a look at the clips.
Who's getting drinks then?
I can't, I don't have my ID.
It's fine, you look 21 anyway, and he knows us.
Looks about 12.
Hey, my boobs have been getting bigger this week. You on your period? Yeah?
Right, so before we announce the winner, the jury, we were in a bit of a quandary, so it was a really tough decision. So we want to give a special mention to a film that we were impressed with, the tenderness of its metaphor and the performances. And in another year, it could have won. A special mention to A Natural Sadist. The best film, however, we were really in a bit of a bind with this one, but ultimately we thought that it was brilliantly crafted, and its use of sound, cinematography, the performances, the ensemble, the way it shifted very uncomfortable emotions. Yeah, it was kind of icky in a good way. It was very visceral and very thought-provoking, so the winner of Best Film is Red Lace. Where are the Catalans? If you haven't seen Red Lace, go find it. It's going to scar you in a great way. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, wow, we are so shocked. We really don't know what to say, but thank you so much.
Thank you so much. If you have felt disgusting, it's what we wanted. So it's nice. And a huge thanks for everybody, our families,
our friends,
our cast, our crew.
All the actors that were
all
really,
the actors.
really nice.
You have to see it. It's like a very short film, very special to us, and we are so happy. Sorry.
No. Just what it talks about is really important. So it's a theme that everyone should just know about, and yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about the social pressure in masculinity, and we liked the difference between like the violence in the ambience and the sweetness of the cakes and the femininity. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Wow, thank you.
Well, believe it or not, we only have one award left to announce tonight. Our Best New Talent Award, supported by Sony. However, just before we get to that, I'd like to invite BFI Film Academy young programmer Elijah Smith-Aiton to talk about the Future Film Festival TikTok 60-second film competition and, most importantly, to announce the winner.
Hi everyone, I'm very excited to be here, and before I announce the winner I just want to say thank you to Alex and Ruben for giving me the opportunity to be a young programmer. I never thought after finishing my studies I'd have an opportunity to present such great cinema of my generation and help cultivate the next generation of cinema. Like, we're in safe hands, so I'm really excited. So this year the BFI Future Film Festival brought back its TikTok short film competition for the third time following the success of the past 2 years. Entrants are challenged to create a short film, just 60 seconds or less, filmed vertically for the platform and built around the theme of journey. At their best, TikTok and the platforms like it are powerful tools for creativity, self-expression and connection. With just a few weeks and their imagination, these young filmmakers create bite-sized works of art, each offering a unique take on what journey means to them. We received over 100 submissions, each unique and so many of incredibly high standard, showcasing the creativity of young people around the world. From the exploration of distant worlds to intimate examinations of mental health, innovative claymation artistry to the portraits of the daily commute, each submission expanded the creative possibilities of TikTok filmmaking. After a lot of scrolling, and myself and the Future Film Festival team had the tough job of selecting just one winner, the winner will receive a £250 cash prize, which we hope will support their future. So please join me in congratulating our 2025 winner. Excuse me if my pronunciation isn't the best, but the winner of the TikTok 60 Seconds film competition is Angel van Killenberg for the film Milk. I know Angel is here today, so if Angel could stand up and you can give a great round of applause. So now let's take a look at the winning film.
Yesterday I felt like having a glass of milk. I looked in the fridge, no milk, so I went to get milk. Snow, don't like snow. I had no other option. There I went, through the snow. About halfway through, I I found out that I'd forgotten my wallet. I can't buy milk without money. Through the snow. I don't like snow. I grab my wallet. I leave once again. I arrive at the supermarket. Unfortunately, due to the snow, we are closed. Jerks. Where do I get my milk now? Of course, the bar. Hello, sir. 1 glass of milk, please. I'm not serving milk today. It's snowing. I know. I don't like snow. I look around. There sits Looney Loo, village idiot. And what is he drinking? Milk. I walk towards him. Hey, Looney Loo, could I have some of that milk? He replies, what's in that suitcase? Shall we trade? A glass of milk from my suitcase. And we trade. I don't like snow, says Looney Loo. Neither do I reply.
Well, thank you for letting my silly little movie about milk winning this thing. So yeah, it's a great opportunity, and I want to thank everybody. So thank you.
Congratulations. Now, well, fittingly, we are on to our Best New Talent Award, which is also generously supported by Sony. The Best New Talent Award recognises young, raw talent and potential. Someone who can demonstrate creativity and passion with an eye for film. The nominees are all young filmmakers, and the award recognises one director's potential to develop into an exceptional filmmaker. The winning filmmaker will receive a Sony FX30 camera and SEL 2870 lens. Mentoring with writer, director, producer, executive and journalist Catherine Bray, and BFI Player subscriptions. So, to present the award, please welcome to the stage Catherine Bray and our jury member, Pinny Grills.
Hi, I'm Catherine Bray. I'm part of the prize. It's actually, as other presenters have said, it's really nice to be back here because it feels like kind of coming full circle. I've just come back from the Sundance Film Festival where a feature I produced won a prize, and I think here in 2017 was probably the first prize anything I ever produced won, and so it does feel. I just realised it sounds like I've brought that up to say, oh, I won a prize. I'm saying it because everyone in this room, you're on the start of an incredibly exciting journey. And I really can't wait to see what you do next. I should also stop calling them prizes. It sounds like you've won a goldfish at the fair. Awards. We've all, it's wonderful to see all the work that you've done tonight. Penny.
Yes. With no further ado, the nominees for the Best New Talent are...
Big Deal, directed by Isabella Thompson. Heavy, directed by Eve Grant. Requiem, directed by Holly Sharman. The Highlands, directed by Oscar Chu. And we're going to take a look at a clip from each of the nominees.
Oh, wait, we have to meet him.
Casey, it's not fucking Deliveroo. Of course we have to meet him.
No, I really don't know about this. We don't even know this guy. I mean, he could be dangerous. He literally grows weed. Who knows what other illegal shit we're going to get roped into?
What? Before announcing the winner, we'd like to give a special mention to one filmmaker in particular for her strong voice and stunning visual style. She really impressed the jury. That's Holly Sharman for her film Requiem. And now for the winner. The Best New Talent Award goes to a filmmaker whose skill in storytelling and character development marks them as a truly exciting new voice in cinema. With sharp direction, naturalistic yet expressive performances, and a keen eye for the nuances of family dynamics. This film is both witty and heartfelt. The central relationship between father and daughter feels authentic, with dialogue that rings true and long takes that allow the characters to breathe. An accomplished and beautifully executed piece, this film showcases a filmmaker with immense potential. We can't wait to see what they do next. The New Talent Award goes to Eve Grant for Heavy. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, appreciate it. Thank you.
Well done.
Hi guys, sorry I'm back. Thank you very much again to the BFI Future Film Festival. I'm shaking a little bit. This is really, really unexpected, and thank you very much for that recognition of the film. It's really appreciated. Yeah, it was the first film I'd ever written and directed. I wrote it in my room and I thought, oh, I think people should see this. And I emailed someone who put me in contact with a producer, and then we were kind of off to the races. So I guess on that note, if you ever find yourself writing something that you're like, oh, I think this has some potential, don't wait for the right thing to start. Just go and send it to someone, because if you feel something, then chances are there's going to be someone else out there who wants to make the same stories as you do. Oh God, who else do I need to thank? Oh, my mum, my dad, my wee brother Sean, who I think are on the live stream. I don't have any signal, so I can't check my phone. But you guys are my rock, and yeah, thank you for being part of this film and just part of my filmmaking journey in every way. And yeah, let's go all have a drink now, yeah.
Can somebody give Eve the Wi-Fi code so she can send her news? A really sharp special film, by the way. Please do watch it. Well, a huge congratulations to all of our winners and nominated filmmakers today. I just wanted to say, I know what it is like to come to an award, to have your speech ready, to have your perfect outfit on, and to not win, and it can feel truly devastating at the time. But I'm covering the Oscars next week, and so I've been interspersing my Oscar watching with watching the films from this festival, and honestly, they're better. They truly are innovative, bold, exciting, the clarity of vision, the voices, they are just spectacular works, and it was so close between so many of you. These are truly exciting, visionary works, and I can only imagine what lies ahead of all of you. And please know that sometimes your biggest opportunities come from not winning an award, because you can still put it on your CV anyway, you can still boast about it on Instagram. So please know, make the most of it, whether you were nominated or a winner tonight. And of course, a huge thank you to all of our guest presenters and to all of you here today, whether you were watching in person or on the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us. You have helped us celebrate and reward these incredibly talented young filmmakers. So please, can we give everyone one final round of applause? Now, importantly, to those of you watching here at the BFI Southbank, please do now join us upstairs after the ceremony to raise a glass to our filmmakers. Now, the award ceremony has come to an end, but the festival hasn't. It continues for another 11 days. And you can still watch all of the films selected for this year's festival for free on the BFI Player and the BFI YouTube channel until the 6th of March. I cannot recommend it enough. We also have a range of events still happening in cinemas across the country, so be sure to visit our website to find out what's on near you. And if you've missed any of the Zoom events, recordings are available on the BFI YouTube channel. And we have more online events coming up next weekend. So again, get to that website, check out all of the details. But all that's left to say is a huge thank you again for watching, and congratulations to our incredible winning and nominated filmmakers. Thank you so much. right, as everybody stands up, can I please ask our Future Film Festival 2025 winners, our TikTok winner, our young programmers and our jury to come up and join me on stage for a photo. If I did not include you in that list, please get out of the room so it's not awkward for them. Go up, get the drinks started. We'll see you up there. Thanks so much.